Life will ask you questions. And you see, these questions that life is going to ask you might be sooner than later. Even society itself, your family members, and even in some situations, your kids, your sons and your daughters, when they come of age, they will ask you some questions, or they might ask you some questions. And you see, it's better for you to position yourself well now than when they are asking you questions you will not be able to answer. A man asks his father, "Why are we poor?" And the man, the father actually was a refuge collector and a gate man. And the man told his son, it is because I did not go to school. So the man now advised his son, go to the school I did not go to. So the son that was advised eventually became, a medical doctor. Now, see, if you refuse to position yourself, right, your sons and maybe your daughters might one of these days come and ask you, you said that governor and yourself were in the same school, right? Maybe you were mates or you were classmates. What happened that he has gone to the zenith of his political career and you and us, referring to that said family, are still or is still struggling? So, are you ready when life asks you questions? You see, to be prepared is the best thing you can do for yourself. And don't forget this, that a wise man, right, a righteous man will leave an inheritance for his children's children, which even means that man, that righteous fellow, can take care of himself comfortably, take care of his wife comfortably, take care of his sons and his daughters, and also able to take care or have a good inheritance for his own sons and daughters, for his grandkids and probably his great grandkids. So I want you to live your life with that consciousness that one of these days life is going to ask you questions. And you see, these questions I'm talking about are not necessarily evil. These questions are not necessarily bad. I am not in any way saying that you should compete with other people. But in as much as you are not competing with other people, also make sure that you as a person, as a family, right, is growing. Because from your own end, anytime, a report is coming from you, anytime people hear from you, they should also know that something positive is happening in your life and in your destiny. Because definitely, one of these days, one way or the other, life itself will ask you questions. And you see, this is why I always talk about the concept of you maximizing your time. Why? Because a wasted life is a composition, is an overall expenditure of a wasted time. So if you waste your life, it simply means you have wasted your time. So don't waste your time. Do something that know where you are going and pursue it with all diligence, right? Know how to sell yourself. Know how to be transactional, right? Of course, not with the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Very, very important. You need to do well for yourself and for your community, the society where you live. You need to do well, because if you don't, life, I'm so sorry to say, but it's true, it's a fact that life will ask you questions.